Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's transmission. Um, I've been wanting to do more of these, which is to tune into the energy field and channel for myself and to channel for what is unfolding for me, because I know that what is unfolding for me is directly impacting the community that I'm building. And today, in our community activation, we actually tuned into some new information about what we are creating as a community for New Earth. And what came through at that time was that it was the Pleiadian guides and the Pleiadian energy that came through, and we are creating our community, at least for me, and especially for many of the other communities um, at this time, is that we are in harmonious alignment with each other. So our community is meant to nurture each individual into their self mastery, and through them stepping into their own unique individual contribution and soul alignment, they are an integral part naturally of their contribution to the tribe. And I was shown that there are collectives, right? There are groups of us and leading different communities, but they're all harmonious. And as a group, we have a specific mission, and each community has their own unique mission. But when the leaders come together, it is very harmonious, it is very diplomatic. Sometimes we even come together to work together to spread light or for a specific purpose. But each individual community has their own unique purpose. And I was very interested to see if I can channel some more information on that to share with you, because what you resonate with. Um, might be exactly where you might find your tribe inside of this community space. So I'm just gonna get into a channeling state, and I'm starting to do this more and more. Um, is I do see my guides protect my energy field before the channeled information comes through. Okay. First and foremost, they are guiding me into a visualization of me in this moment creating my community. And the people that come in, the first wave of members that come into my community are foundational components to the groundwork of the community. And when they show it to me, it looks like a foundation, like we are creating the foundations, and you are supporting me in feeling a sense of leadership. So I will be shown through my community, my leadership being reflected back to me. And they were showing me this in the activation earlier as well, is that what I'm here to do is harmonize your connection between your higher self and your human self and your inner child. So it is like It looks like you are holding hands with your inner child and you're holding hands with your higher self. And in unison, we come into balance and harmony. And it looks like we just merge into like this straight line. So, what I am supporting many of the members to do is to establish their own foundations. So, the way that they're showing it to me, it looks like all of your inner children have like those Lego blocks, and you are building the platform for your foundations. And through this community, you will build upon your foundations in order to truly thrive. And that is why the inner child is such an important framework for us to start at. And it's also why I was initiated at my time around this time to work on building my own inner foundations with my inner child. And from there, we can truly grow into our full potential. As we build upon our foundations, there will come a threshold point. That threshold point opens up into a big, like, um, into a bigger field of consciousness. And that threshold is the veil or the threshold between 3D and 5D and beyond. In fact, many of back up a little bit. I think I'm saying it wrong. So vocabulary is very important to me, especially because words have different meaning, and I'm trying my best to articulate them in the way that they come. Is that um, you are all meant to expand beyond the 5D, and there are many dimensions beyond the 5D. Um, and it's really to encapsulate the limitlessness of who you are and the multi-dimensionality of who you are. But expansion itself isn't the isn't the point. Expansion in itself is not the point. There has to be a rooted, grounded set of values that we are bringing through for New Earth. And those values um, look to me like a tree, right? Like the tree roots that are grounded into the ground and they grow in this, they create this very stable trunk. And then from there, the branches branch out and then it branches out into more and more expansion, right? Then it branches out into our multidimensionality. So first we have to create that stable core, okay? And what I see, the stable core is a heart of who we are. And so many of us are moving into that heart-centered space. And in order to do that, we must clear and heal our inner child wounds and our ancestral and karmic imprints. And these imprints have been around Earth for generations. So, this is what we are going to see more of is that we are clearing more and more of our ancestral imprints that are tied to collective themes that are playing out right now. So now they're showing me these themes of like war, violence, greed, separation. They're all very heavy and dense energies. And these energies originated from one of our earlier times, right? And perhaps this is like the split between Lyra and Sirius when there was like a war that happened and that energy split off. And it split off and it affected many of us who are on Earth and the generations after that. So the energy of that is still lingering on Earth right now, and it's creating these war energies. And so the more that we do our own inner healing and clearing and anchoring into higher timelines that that do not have this energy of war, we will be able to shift ourselves into a new timeline. And so the visual is changing now, and I'm being guided back to the academy. And I do feel this academy is so magical. It is like it's giving me Disney and Hogwarts vibes. And I and my inner child intentionally created it like that. So within this academy, you're connected to the energy of Merlin. And Merlin carries the remembrance of magic. And when I connected with Merlin earlier this year, Merlin's energy was very much about working with the unseen and his ability um, to shift the unseen into the seen, right? With his magic. And we all remember this. We all remember how to do this. And so it is about remembering our magic and our ability to work with the energy of the unseen and to shift our reality with that energy. Through the academy itself, there are many portals, there are many ways in which remembrance will come, right? Alignment will come. And so a lot of the students that walk through it will, it's like you are walking your own journey home, right? You are walking into the expansion of who you are. And at the end, you will fully step into the person that you are becoming. And you already are this version in a in your future timeline. And I'm very cautious about saying future timeline because we know that timelines already exist in the quantum. However, walking through your earthly body takes a little more time for that to unfold. And so through this academy, you have guidance on how to unfold in the quickest, most effortless way, and you will have community to support you. Um, we are a tribe. Like the way that I feel this energy, especially with what came through on the planet of Pleiades is that we must create the internal foundations of harmony and unity within first, right? And for us to ground into those value that if all of us were to be nurtured and to fully step into our highest soul alignment, we are naturally serving the tribe. And it is with this knowing that in this foundation that I can create the Creator Academy. And from there, I can teach these concepts of magic and remembrance of your multidimensionality, because then you will not be led astray. It is rooted in the center of your heart of what you're here to be and to create. They're so funny, and they show me like the little movie set where it says like the end. So that was the end of the message. Um, of what is happening right now and what is coming through in this community. So, if you feel in alignment with that messaging, then I invite you to join the Creator Academy. We are a tight knit family, and these are the values that we stand by. In order to expand in the right way, we need foundations. And those foundations are rooted in our heart and in the foundations of our inner children. And through that, we can expand into higher consciousness. So, with that said, thank you all for tuning in. I will have the link to my academy below, and I can't wait to see you there.